Hey everybody, welcome to part 22 of our Let's Play Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance HD on PC 100% full game playthrough. Now, I know normally there'd already be some world's music playing in the background, but right now I'm sitting in Symphony of Sorcery, so you know how the music is a little wonky in that world where you don't get any music till you're swinging the keyblade around and whatnot. So might get a little more hyped up than usual during this episode. It's been a fun week for me for gaming. You know, Sonic Origins just went live yesterday. Started tackling Lego Star Wars Skywalker Saga, but you know, and of course, still trying to go as strong as I can on these recordings so we can get caught up before the next round of games starts coming out. Yeah, I know, don't laugh. We got plenty of time. We all know it. They'll get delayed like every other one does. But I'm trying to be optimistic about it because it would be really cool to see the new games come out soon. Alright, so back in the first playthrough that we did of this game, I did an episode called, what did I say? Welcome to Dream Eaterology, Introduction to Dream Eaters. I had some fancy little college class joke for it, but anyway, as it turns out, I forgot to go through each individual Dream Eater and list off their recipe, but I did put the link to an Excel spreadsheet that I made and put on Google Docs that has, well, now it's updated and edited and has like virtually all the information you will need to reference for this game. So Google Docs, Excel spreadsheet. It's got a full command list, where to get everything, from which Dream Eaters will give you which commands. They're even color coded for disposition paths and the rare occurrence that the command is locked behind one. It's also got all of the Dream Eaters and their recipes, the easiest place to get each dream piece. It's put together in a much more organized manner than I will ever be able to verbally deliver the information. So a lot of stuff I'm going to gloss over because, as I said, the chart will have it typed up in a far more organized manner than what I can verbally deliver it. I do not have that much faith in my ability to keep everything organized as I prattle on. But I do have the Faith Magic command, and that thing is freaking awesome. So here's what we're going to do in this episode, because we are going to do quite a bit. We're going to talk about, basically, we're going to talk about everything left with the Dream Eaters, review a few things we already talked about. I will show you each Dream Eater's completed ability link board. Not in full detail, but like, you know, just what it should look like when you're done. We're also going to talk about the affinity, you know, getting all the Dream Eaters up to max affinity and how to do that. And then there are a couple things that they'll be in that spreadsheet, but I'm still going to go over just as we look through the report and see how close we actually are to being done with this. We'll talk about the link attacks. We'll talk about the stat builder in-game trophy in the report. And then here's where things start getting a little different. Now, I waited till nearly the end of the first playthrough to talk about Dream Eaters because I wanted to have all the recipes in hand when I did it. Since in this playthrough I carried all my Dream Eaters over after I made them all, we're doing the Dream Eaters now before we take this party to the world that never was. And since this is critical mode, and since Xemnas and Ansem whooped my ass on the last playthrough, we're going to go ahead and review the power level technique in this game, and we are going to get Sora and Riku to level 99 before we go to the world that never was in the next episode. So, that being said, bear with me just a moment. There we go. That looks better. Okay, so just to preemptively review this, because what I'm going to show you can be Well, not can be. It's going to cost you a lot of money. It's going to cost you a shit ton of money. So first things first, let's review how to get money fast in this game. So here we are. We're in Symphony of Sorcery as Sora. Get yourself like enough drop points, enough droplets. Get yourself at least 100 droplets. And what you want to do for Riku is, I already set this up ahead of time, so I know I'm not wasting it right now. You want to get the level 3 drop decelerator for Riku. Get as much time as you can. And what you want to do... Oh, you son of a bitch. Alright, hold on. Gotta figure this out here. Okay, hold on. So, gotta figure this out now. So just to review from last time, what I am doing right now is I am cycling through Sora and Riku with rapid drops because I need Riku to have the Money Storm forecast on Symphony of Sorcery. As you can see, sometimes luck is not on your side, and this can take quite a few tries to get it. Oh, okay, it's coming up. So it should be another like 2 drops. Well, 2 drops back to Riku, and we should have it. Let's see. Alright, now unfortunately I'm not going to have the drop decelerator, but you know, you don't have to have the drop decelerator. Obviously you can just get more money per run with Riku. Now, just to reiterate from the first playthrough, this trick only works with Riku and only in Symphony of Sorcery. And just to reiterate this, because this baffled me way more than it should have. So see if we go to the country of the Musketeers, it's showing the risky wins instead. Remember that each world has its own separate forecast. I discovered this the hard way, I think, 2 or 3 different occasions on the last playthrough. So make sure that you're actually checking Symphony of Sorcery to see what the forecast is. Alright, so we have Money Storm forecast in Symphony of Sorcery for Riku. So we are going to drop down in the Golden Woods save point. And we're let's see if I can remember this the first time around where the spot is. We're gonna use this. The goal here is to not trigger any enemy encounters. And then... I think that's the right spot. Oh yeah, it has to be. So just walk around in a circle right here. And if you do it right, which I don't think I am... Okay, yeah, I did. So you get 510 money for about, what, 30 seconds? And the beauty of it is, just run down here and get to the save point without triggering any enemies. Leave the world, go right back in. Same thing, do the flow motion right up there, bypass any enemies, and it resets. Now make sure you have the Money Storm forecast or you will not get that much. Now I have already done all of what I'm about to show you off screen because I don't think anybody wants to sit here and watch me play with the Dream Eaters for 3 or 4 hours. So I would say... I would honestly say at this point, just go ahead and max out your money. I mean, I'm honestly not sure what the actual in-game max for money is. I don't remember if this game will let you go into whatever the fancy number is for 6 digits. But I would say shoot for like 100,000 money. Honestly, just bankroll as much as you possibly can, because if you choose to take this as far as I did, it is going to be costly, and it is going to take time. I'll be honest with you and do the disclaimer right now. I did use that trainer, which is, you know, basically a PC Game Shark or Codebreaker, to just keep on giving myself more money and get more items, because it does rack up quick. It really does, like how much it costs to do what we're about to do. And as I said, the extent I am going to take this and show you guys is optional. You do not have to do what I am about to do with every single Dream Eater. Okay. Really doesn't matter where we go to do this. So, I am going to stay as Riku for the majority of this video, just so I can show you the affinity thing. But to start, you know, let's just go in and review here. I do want to take a moment just to show all 3 of the Dream Eater mini-games one more time. So, the balloon, the barrel, and the goggles are each a different mini-game. And I haven't done any of them in this playthrough, so you do need to do them at least once in this playthrough to get the 100% report completion. So let's go ahead and do this one first. And, how do we do this? Left bumper and right bumper, so L2 or R2. Is there a tutorial here? Where's my tutorial? Oh shit, L1 and R1, my bad. Wow, alright. So hit the balloons as they get close to you, that's all there is for this one. You're basically playing volleyball with the Dream Eaters. Volley balloon, excuse me. Obviously, the closer you let them get, the better your score. Now, I believe I mentioned it in the first playthrough, there is an achievement tied to each of these mini-games, but we're not covering achievements or trophies in this Let's Play. This is a purist Let's Play, if you will. Not a bad score. All right, so that was the. I mean, I'll double check the names when we go to look at the report, but we'll just call that the balloon mini game for now. All right, let's take a look at underwater pinball game. There are tutorials for these in the Mementos section. It's just not showing them right now because it's a new game plus, so it figures I've already done them. So this one's pretty simple, you know, left bumper and right bumper for the flippers, and the goal is to pick up all of the little prize things quickly so that you can get the next set to spawn. Now obviously if you're not worried about the achievements for the minigame scores, it really doesn't matter if you get a high score or not. You know, you just gotta play the games one time each to get them to show up in the report. And they do give you, you know, link points and a little bit of affinity, so you know it's always good to play them a little bit, but I mean you do have to have the items, so it does get a little expensive after a while. Alright, so I actually did freaking horrible on that one, but whatever. The last one is the candy toss. So right bumper or R1 is blue, and just whatever color candy, left bumper L1 is red. And whatever color it shows above the Dream Eater, give them their candy. I am doing terrible. Okay. That's okay, though. It doesn't matter. It matters a little bit, but not really. So, if you are going for the achievements or the trophies, and you're having a hard time with these mini games, honestly, just keep at it till you get it. It's not that hard to get the rhythm locked in. Okay. So we've gone over the mini games. Now, the appetizer's done. Let's start digging into the main course. And that would be the treats. So I believe I did mention this once or twice on the first playthrough. So the Dream Eaters each have 4 different dispositions, and what each of those dispositions does is they act differently in battle. So right now, right? Let's look at oh, can't see it from here. Okay. Alright, so the Kiba Tiger. Alright, well, Ryu Dragon. I like the Ryu Dragon better. Come on. So, give it a little... Ooh, he doesn't like that. He does not like having his head pat. Oh, did it just change like that? No, okay. So, notice it says Ryu Dragon, and he's in the Wyvern disposition. Yellow eyes. Okay, yellow eyes. Let me pull up my little database I was talking about, so I got my cheat sheet ready here. Okay, so let's say I want to change his disposition to purple eyes. Get out of this. So there are 2 different ways you can change the Dream Eater's disposition. One of them is to either pet it or, you know, pat it in the right spot. Sorry, scatterbrain gaming. It's inevitable. It's inevitable like the Thanos snap. So you can either hold down the A button or the X button and, you know, pet, or you can just keep tapping the button to poke, and all of a sudden he's fine with either. Now, there's like this whole crazy flow chart of, like, you know, if it's in one disposition, good touch will change it to one and bad touch will change it to another. Oh my god, that sounds horrible. So you can like mess around and experiment and see, like, you know, You know, like if you scratch its belly and it gets angry, it might turn to one disposition. If you pat his head and he gets angry, it could be another disposition. It's just this whole crazy thing. So, what's easier but more expensive? Candy. Candy is easier and more expensive. Okay, so these first three are confetti candy. And these, and now this is another, you know, random number generator thing. This isn't guaranteed. You could sit here. This is why I say this gets expensive, because I have 88 of these right now, right? I could throw like 80 of them at one of these Dream Eaters and they still might not change. There's also the issue where if you're trying to change the disposition on one of the 3 Dream Eaters, the other 2 are going to swoop in and eat the candy and you know, mess with you. So that's why it gets expensive, because you got to keep on buying these treats to do it. So, you know, if you're using this as a guide for the game, which I assume nobody is because these games have been out forever and I am just doing this for my own personal enjoyment, really, and you know, so any of my friends who haven't played these games can see what's going on. Anyway, so I'm gonna show you like just how this works. There are only a few Dream Eaters that you really have to do this for to get the 100% completion. So I will specifically note those 3 later on when we get to it. But for right now, this is just a general demonstration. So, I mean, these guys, all 3 of them are yellow right now, so it works out perfectly. So, if I want to turn their eyes purple, I'm going to throw some confetti candy at them, level 1, 2, or 3. If I want them to turn to whatever disposition the blue eyes are associated with, I'll throw out some shield cookies. If I want them to go into the green disposition, I'll throw out some of these block it chocolates. And then if I want to turn them back to yellow afterwards, I'll throw some ice cream cones out there. So just to review, confetti candy correlates to purple, shield cookie correlates to blue, block it chocolate correlates to green, and ice cream cone correlates to yellow. Now, each Dream Eater's dispositions are all named differently. I'm not going to go through all of them, but let's throw a few out and see if I can get it to trigger so you guys can see it. Let's turn someone's eyes blue. Oh, wrong one. They look so cute. Ah, it just happened. Alright, so Kiba Tiger's disposition has changed. Now if you look at him, get a nice good close-up picture, his eyes are now blue. So he ate the block it chocolate, not the block it chocolate, the shield cookie, and his eyes turned that pretty blue instead of the creepy looking yellow. Now, why would we bother changing the Dream Eater's dispositions? You know, why would we rack up all that money to go and do this for all the Dream Eaters? This is why. Which we'll start at the beginning for this part. So now that we've gone over, like, you know, the dispositions and how to change them and stuff, let's go ahead and look at all of the Dream Eater's completed ability link boards. Just for example purposes, let me put in my Meow Wow from my first playthrough. And then, now, I used the trainer to level all of my star rank up to 99. You do not have to do this. There is literally no reason to take the hours upon hours upon hours to level up every Dream Eater to 99. I did it simply as a flex to show off like how quickly the trainers can break this game. And because it's going to make Flick Rush easier. But you do not for any reason, have to level all your Dream Eaters up to 99. If you're playing on the PC and you want to use the code to do it, by all means, go ahead. But I would not suggest to anybody to take the time to level up all these Dream Eaters fairly and squarely to 99. It's too much. It's too much time to put into one game. And that's coming from a guy who's played Final Fantasy X 3 times. So, alright, anyway, so here's the S rank with the completed ability link board. See how this one's still green and this one's blue? Alright, so just as an example. So this is the Meow Wow's starting ability link board. Not really, nothing super special. We've got a couple of level doorways, that's it. Now, here's the completed link board. Now, what's different? So if we go right here to this defense boost, and then down here to this poison block, let's look at the other one. So beyond the poison block, we have attack haste and magic boost. And then beyond the defense boost, we have confusion block and HP boost. These little yellow racetracks, those indicate that these ability link nodes, I guess we can just call them spear grid nodes, because this is actually reminding me of some Final Fantasy X feels right now. These were locked behind a disposition. Now, these dispositions are all noted in that Excel spreadsheet that I made under the Locked Paths tab. And what it is, I'll actually put it right on screen for a second here. So, for the Meow Wow, I have it noted that some abilities were hidden behind the purple path and some were behind the blue. So that, like I said, everything is covered in that spreadsheet because it's just so much more organized and well put together than any amount of talking about it I can do. Just because it's so much information, way more than you think would be involved for like something that's just supposed to be a little side part of the game. Anyway, so that's the difference between initial and completed. Now, some of the Dream Eaters will have doors with links on them, and you have to, get your link gauge filled up, use the link as many times as it says, and then you can open the door. Now, just for example purposes, if this was a link door, I would have to activate Link Critical and Cure before the link door was active. Like let's hypothetically say this called for 2 links, and I did the 2 links without first opening the path to the door, it wouldn't count because it's stupid like that. All right. Anyway, so let's come on, controller, respond. Thank you. Okay, so now let's just focus on. No. What we're going to do now is we're going to go through all the Dream Eaters in order, and I will show you the boards. So once again, we'll take a quick look at the Meow Wows. So this is what the completed Meow Wow board looks like. I'll leave it on here for like just a few seconds each, so you can pause or screenshot if you need to or anything like that. So here's the Meow Wow S ranked. Here is the Tamasheep's complete board, only one hidden path on this one. And then the Yagi Ram had, most of them will have 2 hidden pathways on them. Alright, let's switch over to the next set. How'd you guys get up there? Alright. Alright, so here is the Komori Bats completed link board. Again, your standard 2 hidden disposition paths. Pricklemane only had the 1 hidden path. And as you can see with most of these, they're not like really hiding anything super special or important. but there are some that, you know, are hiding some pretty cool stuff. So here's the heavy reps completed board. Alright, so here is Sir Kairu's completed board. We've got the hidden path over here, and then the one right here. Then for Toxamander, this is his complete board. We've got hidden path over here, hidden path here. For the Fin Fatale, we have this path over here. Probably gonna end up missing one along the way anyway, but I'm gonna try to show them all here. So the Tatsu Steed had two hidden paths, pretty much branching off the same place. The Neko Cat got one path up here and one right here in the middle. The Thunderaf had this path over here and then this one up here, but again, you know, the important command was not barred off by a secret path. So sooner or later we will run into one where that's a little different. Alright, Kuma Panda, business as usual. Two hidden paths, nothing really super awesome hidden behind either one. Pegaslick, same thing. You got your big spark command over there, but it's not hidden behind either of the disposition lock pathways. Icewind Ace, same thing. We got a couple hidden pathways here, but the important command is right down there along the regular path. Now, keep in mind that because I've already cleared the board, obviously you're not going to see any of the level gates or link gates or like the question mark secret spaces or anything like that. Oh, I missed one. Icewind Ace. Oh, I did go through all of them. Oh, here, scatterbrained again. Alright, let's go on to the next row. Make sure I actually am getting all of these, because my memory is apparently forever stuck in Castle Oblivion mode. Alright, so for our hooty little buddy here, the Peeps to Who. So we've got... So the Peeps to Who is a bit of an exception, because as you can see, we've got 1, 2, 3... all 4 dispositions hide something. But, you know, none of them hide anything desperately important, because we've got the big thing on this board right here, the support boost ability. Eskar Glow. We've got this path up here, and then this path over here. Kokabuto. So the link block is a pretty useful command, because when you successfully block, it fills your link gauge. And since it's sitting right there, you know, that would be very helpful as far as clearing out those link gates on here. But anyway, hidden path over here, hidden path over there. Alright, so the Wii Flower, which I have been mistakenly calling the Wheel Flower since this game first came out on the 3DS in 2012 or 13, I forget. But yeah, I've been calling this thing the frickin' wheel flower for all this time. It's the wee flower, so you know, wee! Anyway, here's this one's complete grid. Hidden path over here, another hidden path right below it. Ghostabaki, this cute little hungry-looking Casper. So here's a case of where here's a hidden path and there actually is a command over there. And that one in particular isn't. So this is one of the ones that you need to at least get that disposition to unlock the path and get the vanish, because there's, I think, only one other place you can get the vanish command in the game, and you do need it to get the 100% in-game completion. Now, as I said, on the Excel spreadsheet that I will link to in the video description, when you're looking through the command tab, and it shows the vanish command, and it says you can get it from the Ghostabaki cell is colored to reflect which path you need to unlock to get it. Like I did, I mean, I put a little bit of time into that spreadsheet, so I hope that it is everything that I believe it to be and is accurate down to the last little tidbit. Might be a couple spelling mistakes, but you know, it is what it is. My days of being an English major are over. Alright. So anyway, hidden path right here too, nothing special. Alright, Zolophant, this big bad beast. So, one of the easiest Dream Eaters to get the second chance ability from, and then we've got this hidden path here and this hidden path up here. Alright, next row. Should be almost done. Okay, yep. Okay, so we're about halfway done looking through these grids. So I will speed this up a little bit. Alright, Juggle Pop. So this one actually starts off with like just these spots open, and you keep on triggering the question mark spaces to like open up more of the ability link board. And then eventually we've got this slot edge command over here. I thought you had a better command on here than Balloon Ga. That's the big one, Balloon Ga. Juggle Pop has Balloon Ga, and the Leaf Racer ability, which you should have already had long before now in this playthrough anyway. So notice that there are no hidden paths, because everything's covered up by question marks. Halberd. So here's another little exception. We've got a really good command over here, Tornado, and a really good command over here, Break Time. Got the Steep Climb command, which is pretty sweet. And then in this bottom hidden path, we have Time Storm and Air Combo Plus. So another little exception to the rule. Stagger Steps. We've got the hidden path up here that has the Combo Plus ability. And then the big command is Zantetsuken down here. Now, one thing that I did not do on the chart, I did not make note of abilities that are covered up by dispositions, but I am 99% sure that you can get all of the abilities, well, the red and purple abilities, maxed out without having to go through disposition paths, because most of them only stack 3 times tops anyway. I think I probably should double check before I said that. May have to fact check myself on that one. We'll get to it. Alright. On to the next row. I know I said I was going to speed up, but I guess that was a misnomer. Alright, who's next? We already did Wee Flower. Fishbone. Alright. Getting to the really cute ones now, like the old AR card exclusives. Alright, so Fishbone, standard grid, you know, 2 hidden paths, and nothing really special on either one. Flaubermeow. No hidden pathways on this one. And then you got your Once More ability up there, and a Faith command here. Cyberyog, we've got a hidden path here and a hidden path here, but again, it's like nothing really special. Alright, next. Make sure I'm on the right one here because I don't want to miss anything. Alright, so Chef Kairu, not to be confused with Chef Kawasaki from the Kirby games. So I believe those were both unlocked on the same path, and then we got this other one down here. And again, nothing special. You've got your ability over here and some commands around here. Lord Kairu. Again, Zantetsuken, powerful attack command, not barred off by a disposition path. Right off the bat, Ars Arcanum, right at the beginning of the path. Very, very good place to get that. Got triple plasma over here, and then the two secret paths, again, have nothing really super important. Tatsu Blaze, hidden path over here, nothing special. We do have the ability over here, that's a support boost, but again, you should be able to get that from somewhere else anyway. And the Meteor Crash command, which is pretty good, but again, not barred off by a hidden path. Whoops. Alright, so we're getting into the palette swaps here now, or slight design variances from different worlds. So for the Electric Horn, we got the hidden path over here and over here. Nothing special here, but then we do have the Leaf Bracer hidden here. But again, plenty of easier places to get the Leaf Bracer from. We do also have the Rapid Descent on this one, which is right in the beginning, so, you know, easy enough. The Woe Flower. I've been saying this one right. This one is definitely the Woe Flower, not the Woe-El Flower. Again, some decent commands here, and then nothing really special hidden behind the bonus pathways. Gestabaki, the living version of the Ghostabaki, I guess. Got Collision Magnet over here. We've got Treasure Magnet here, and then Balloon Rod down here. Two hidden pathways, nothing really super special again. We are almost done with this part, I promise. Alright, so E-Glider. We've got pretty good magic command down at the bottom there. Worthwhile ability over here. And again, nothing really special or, you know, game-altering hidden behind the bonus paths, the disposition paths. Mimi Bunny, you've got Dark Barrier, which is very, very good to have, because that gives Riku, like, you know, a barrier like Aqua had in Birth by Sleep as opposed to your standard block. Very important to get. Combo Plus on the hidden path. Nothing really special over here. Then we've got your another Break Time command down here. The Drill Sai. We've got Sonic Blade, which is pretty good to have. Blitz, you know, good early in the game. And again, back to the usual. Nothing special behind these pathways. Then your EXP boost. Super important for the power leveling. Oh, that's it. Alright, next row. Ah, here we go. My favorite pissed off dinosaur. Okay. So the Tyrantorex. Nothing super important behind the hidden pathways, but check this out. From this guy, you can get Rapid Descent from Tyrantorex as well. We've got a Firaga Burst over here. We've got a Meteor Crash here, and then down here we've got a Mega Flare. And we all know how awesome Mega Flare is if you've played any of the Kingdom Hearts games beside the first one, pretty much. So, I think the first one was the only one that didn't have Mega Flare. Oh, why did I do that? Alright, Magic Lapin, another cute little bunny. You've got Dark Barrier right there. Most of the commands that you can get from Dream Eaters, you can get from like at least 2 different Dream Eaters. We also have over here the Deep Freeze. Then we've got the Firaga Burst. Nothing special over here, but then we do have a magic command over on this path, Zero Gravaza, which, I mean, that's a pretty good fucking magic command if I do say so myself. Oh, you did it again. Alright, Sarah Terror. So, nothing special over here. On this path, another Sonic Blade command, which, you know, not a top-tier command, but pretty damn good. You can also get the Steep Climb from the Sarah Terror. Also got the Zantetsuken over there, and then EXP boost here. Alright, now we can go to the next row. Alright, almost there. I know I keep saying it, but we're almost there. Skelterwild, the other cool-looking dinosaur. So, nothing really important hidden behind the secret disposition pathways. We do have a Deep Freeze here. We have Ice Barrage. We've got Ars Arcanum again. Or is it Ars Arcanum? I don't know. I'm probably butchering a lot of this stuff. The EXP Walker ability, which is, you know, pretty handy. I'll gladly take an extra point of EXP for every step I take. Why not? Limit Storm's alright. Alright, Ducky Goose. So, the Ducky Goose was a little different. So, in between almost every one of these nodes, and you only see this on like 2 or 3 of the Dream Eaters, instead of level gates and link gates, there's item gates. Like, you have to give this guy certain items in certain quantities to be able to get around the board here. Now, on the upside, no hidden pathways, so pretty straightforward. The Aura Lion, got the second chance down here. The very first command you can get from him is Faith, which is pretty damn cool. We've got the Leaf Bracer over here. And again, nothing super awesome hidden behind the secret paths. Alright, we're getting into the very hard to make Dream Eaters now. And they weren't hard to make this time because I carried them over, but you know, you get what I'm saying. Alright, so the Ryu Dragon. The best thing on the Ryu Dragon's ability link board is once you get it, you can get Super Glide for Sora. Then over here we have the Combo Plus. Then here we have Meteor Crash, and then here we should have our other Firaga Burst. Over here should be the other Mega Flare. And then nothing important up here really. And then we've got the Combo Master, which that's important, but I believe there is another Dream Eater you can get it from. And if I'm wrong about that, the chart will be right. Oh, wait, never mind. I didn't do abilities on the chart yet. Well, maybe I'll make a few more edits to the chart by the time this actually gets posted. We'll see. Alright, so the Drak Quack looks pretty similar to the Ducky Goose, and same concept. You gotta give some items here, some items here, some items here, some items here. You get the idea. You do get a Mega Elixir for getting to this end of this one's board. And then over on the other end is the Once More ability, but again, there's other Dream Eaters you can get that from. Alright, so Kiba Tiger. We've got EXP boost. Nothing special here. Now, that one is pretty freaking special. So the Meteor command is locked behind a path. Got Dark Splicer that's readily available at the end, and then we've got Dark Aura. Dark Splicer and Dark Aura are 2 commands we definitely want as we head towards the end of the game. Ooh, whoops. Getting trigger happy here. Need to go blow something up. on the game, just to clarify. Don't need the FBI showing up here for overhearing that. Alright, that was the Ryu Dragon. That'll be almost done by now. Okay, here we go. So, some of these were like rare Dream Eaters in the 3DS version, assuming they even existed at all. This was, you know, the 3DS had like the AR cards, and that's how you got some of these. So, Meowjesty, as you can see, has no hidden pathways, very straightforward, just clear out the whole grid. Got some pretty decent commands here. And then, of course, I thought that was a Relief Bracer. Got the second chance ability on this one. Fruits Cat has this hidden path over here with a support boost. Nothing really special up here. Do have a nice little triple plasma magic command right here, and then the Salvation attack command. Salvation's another really good one that we want to have as we near the end of the game. And then Ursa Circus, no hidden pathways on this one. We've got Damage Siphon up here, Aerial Slam, and Blitz. Nothing special, but, you know, easy enough board to clear out. Alright, we should only have like 1 or 2 more rows to look at here. Oh, okay, this is the last set right here. Oh, no it's not. Can't ignore these guys. Alright, so the Cab Cannon has some hidden pathways here, but pretty straightforward. Got the Salvation command up there as well. Oh man, if I'm looking at this right, that Salvation command actually is blocked by a secret path. Alright, so this one you definitely want to open up the pathways just to get the Salvation command. So, yeah, you know, you got like the nice collection of hidden pathways right here in the middle that lets you get over to other places. R&R Seal. So this was another one where at first only these two were there with question marks, and you gotta like kind of keep question marking your way across the whole grid. Shadow Breaker, pretty good command to have. Second Chance, but we've seen that a few times already. We've got another Balloon God there. Honestly, if you have the patience to keep farming the money and dealing with the Dream Eaters, again, don't level all of them up to 99. There's no need for that, but you should definitely try to, like, you know, unlock all the paths and get the really good commands off as many of them as you can. So, Tubwin Ace. Now, here's an interesting one. The main path doesn't really have anything special until you get up here to the Combo Plus. Now, let me double check this real quick. Okay, so it is only, really? I wonder if I made a mistake on that one. So, according to my chart, we only have 2 different dispositions here, so hopefully that's right. But up here, we've got the Fire Windmill, which, you know, it's okay, but nothing great. We've got a Balloon Ra here, which we need all the Balloon Ras we can get, and a Dark Firaga. Alright, now we are on the last row. Alright, so we have Tanuki Mario, Katanuki here. So, pretty standard board, with the secret paths being up here in the corner and then down here in the other corner. We have the Treasure Magnet ability, the Vanish command we can also get from Katanuki. Over here we've got Spark Ra and Support Boost. Got a Spark Raid over here, and then this hidden path we have Whatever and Blackout. On the Beat-alike, we've got a few hidden paths here. So we've got this command here, the confusing strike. And then if you want to get the good stuff, you got to go through the hidden paths. We've got bind and combo plus. On this one, we've got limit storm. Then over here, you can get the air combo plus, one of them, and another Ars Arcanum. All right. Oh, did I not finish this one? Oh, that's right. I left this one undone on purpose. Okay, so here is the pseudo Neku grid. No hidden pathways on this one. So notice right now in the corner, you just got the little picture of the pseudo Neku. And then once you unlock, so you'll know when you've completed their grid, because when you hit the last node, it will actually tell you pseudo Neko's ability link board complete. And then you'll get the little shiny thing up here, so you can tell yourself that you've got a shiny Pokemon in a Kingdom Hearts game. Alright, I am going to change back to... Oh, wait a minute. So for the next part of the demonstration, I'm actually just going to throw on... we'll throw these ones on because their affinity will be easy to level up once. And then I'm going to put my Aura Lion back up here. Okay, so... that covers all of the ability link boards. This video is actually already longer than I thought it was going to be, so let's go ahead and get through the rest of this. Now, affinity. What does it do? I honestly am not 100% sure. I think it has to do with like how fast your link gauge fills up. I'm not sure. The tutorial is in the game somewhere, and I probably just glossed over it. Now, let's see if there's anything in there about it. Mementos, tutorials. Oh, no, I don't want to do that. Okay, maybe it's on this one. Just looking for anything that talks about affinity. Okay, so I'm not sure what the affinity actually does. I just know that to get the 100% in-game completion, you have to get each Dream Eater's affinity to max. Now, that doesn't mean you have to have an entire party of, if I go into my spirits menu, it does not mean that every single Dream Eater I have has to have a max affinity. It just means that you have to do it with one of each Dream Eater species. Which, again, I've already done off-screen because this is another long-ass grind. But I have these two from the other playthrough that aren't there yet, so I can show you how this works. Alright, so... ideally, you can do this, like, when you only have Riku. It's the second playthrough anyway, I don't care if I spoil it. So basically, make sure that when you go to fight Xemnas as Sora, that you have enough droplets to give Riku the... I think Riku has an affinity. There's an affinity up bonus. I'm not going to drop to find out. I could be wrong, I could be thinking of something else, but either way, the best place to do this is another Riku exclusive area, so just, put Sora to sleep, have him fight Xemnas, and then just do this with Riku. We're going to go to Riku's Prankster's Paradise. Nope, not drop land. And I've already got the perfect command deck set up for this. We're just going to let these commands cool down. Okay, so again, here we are. We're in the Monstro Prankster's Paradise save point right before the boss chamber. So affinity is there it is. Okay, so Meow Wow's affinity is level 2. Kamori Bat's is level 2, but as you can see from the pink bar, his is almost a level 3. So, to do this, walk into this room, trigger the first group of enemies, and Mega Flare the shit out of them. Fire! Look at that, affinity up on the Kamori Bat already. And then just go over this way, and there should be another group. Fire! And once again, Mega Flare the shit out of them. So if we look, the Meow Wow. Huh? How the hell did that jump up to 9 like that? I don't still have a code on. Huh. That is weird. That is very strange. Alright, well, let's look at the Meow Wow again. So, get a little bit of an idea of where the experience bar is for the affinity level up. Now, you could speed this up, too, by equipping, well, having a party of dream... I mean, you can and you can't. So when you're leveling up the affinity for Dream Eaters that have the Magic Haste ability attached to them, it goes a little faster, but obviously not every Dream Eater has that ability attached to it, so you kind of have to make do with what you have here. Fire! But, I mean, basically just use whatever commands you have, they're going to wipe out enemies quick. So, pretty significant difference. And, again, I am fairly sure that there is an affinity up bonus. So, you know, definitely something to keep in mind when you go to do this part yourself. Oh, this is the Dark Roll. So, this I'm going to specifically note where to get at the end of this video, because that one's a little different to get a hold of. So I am going to head back to Symphony of Sorcery now, just so I'm set up for the only other thing that I am going to physically demonstrate in this episode. Well, you know, in-game physically. I'm not going to start swinging a Keyblade around on camera. Or am I? Okay, so we got four more things on the itinerary for this episode. So we've gone over all the Dream Eaters and the dispositions and the complete link boards and all that. Now we can finally go ahead into the report here, and we're going to talk about link attacks. So I've already made sure to trigger all of these once. So there are different link attacks for Sora, or link styles for Riku, depending on what Dream Eater you have in your party. There are single, and then there are dual. Now, this is... I'm not going to go in depth into each of these right now, because that's covered in the chart, and then we'll talk about it when we get to, like, you know, the end of game review. So as you can see, Riku has way less of these than Sora does, because Riku's is more reminiscent of Birth by Sleep's command styles, whereas Sora's just gets Soras are almost more like the slates for Rechain of Memories, just obviously not the same attacks. So this is another case of where there are like tons of different combinations you can use to get each of the dual links and dual styles. Obviously, if you've followed this Let's Play, you have all the Dream Eaters, so all of those combinations are open. Just to keep things simple and not to overload the Excel spreadsheet with too much information, I've simply listed one Dream Eater for each singular attacker style, and then I've listed one combination for the dual links and dual styles. Alright, and again, I'm not going to go too much into that because it is in the chart. I'm not going to do any kind of expose of the link attacks and styles right now. Maybe I'll do a little separate video for that. I mean, hell, maybe I'll go back and do another video for Rechain of Memories just showing off all the slates. But, I mean, I feel like that one... No, it's... Maybe not. Okay, so if we go to look at the trophy shelf now, we do have some new stuff here. So, Dream Pleaser, proof that you have maxed out every Spirit's affinity level. Again, that just means that we have maxed out one of each Dream Eater species, not like every single Dream Eater in our party. Now, there is one... Now, again, these are not the same as, like, you know, your PlayStation Network trophies or your Xbox achievements or your Epic Games achievements or any of that. These are in the game itself, therefore I consider them... I mean, you need to do them to get the little Mickey symbol on the report. So, to me, this is necessary for 100% completion in-game. So we only have 3 of these left. The Stat Builder, the Motion Slickness. Really? I still don't have that one? Okay. And then proof that you finished the story in critical mode. So, I'll grind out this one at some point, obviously. Let's talk about this one. Stat Builder. Proof you have maxed out every stat boosting ability. Okay, so let's go look at our abilities now. So the blue abilities are the stat boosting abilities. So it says all the stat boost abilities we have to max out. So that means we have to have 5 HP boost, 3 attack boost, 3 magic boost, and 3 defense boost. Now, there are not too many combinations of Dream Eaters that will get us that. So, here's where I said why some Dream Eaters you do need to make sure to fully complete their grid. So just for a minute, I'm going to change my party to the following. I am going to have Tyrannorex, Skelterwild, and Magic Lapin. Now, let's go look at our abilities. HP boost is filled, attack boost is filled, magic boost is filled, and defense boost is filled. Which, in turn, if we go into the trophy shelf... Really? Why didn't that work? Okay, let's exit the menu completely, and then go back in. There it is. Okay, so make sure that when you do that, you completely exit the menu, and then go back into it, and now we have our Stat Builder trophy. So we are nearing the end of this. You know, this is the critical mode playthrough. This is the one where we're going to get the true 100% on the game. And the only... I'm honestly very surprised I don't have this one yet. Let's see if it shows any kind of record as to how many enemies we've taken out with each one. Oh yeah, so it does show you. So you can go right in here and figure out like how far off you actually are. So let's see. It's been a long day, but I'm pretty sure I can still do some basic Common Core math here. So 750, 24 and 1, so that's 775, 785, 790, 791. So, oh wait, 796 and 797. Okay, so I mean, at this point in the game, I'll do it off screen, but like figure out how many enemies that you need to take out, and then just take out those enemies using flow motion as you level up. Because you're going to have to power level anyway. So, you know, take these enemies out that you need with the flow motion before you power level. We'll go ahead and... So we've got the balloon, the water barrel, and the candy goggles. There is one minigame that I do not have. That's weird. Oh, yeah, I think we have to go back to the grid and redo that minigame. But whatever. Well, I'll worry about that off screen. Reality Shifts is incomplete because we haven't been to World That Never Was yet. But anyway, the report's getting there. The command deck is like looking really good right now. Okay, so next... Oh, wait a minute, I want my preferred Dream Eater party for Riku back first. So again, this is entirely up to preference at this point. For Riku, I like to have the Ryu Dragon, Kiba Tiger, and Aura Lion, and this is purely because they look fucking awesome. And then for Sora, I keep the Tyranto Rex, Skelter Wild, and Meowjesty. Okay, so there are two things left that we are going to cover. We're going to do the power leveling again. We'll do Sora first. So I'm gonna just review the proper way to power level, and then I'm gonna turn on the trainer and just jump right to 99 because, you know, it does take time. Oh, you know what? We can actually see there it is, affinity gain. So, like I said, when you're ready to do the affinity, you know, make sure you rack up 100 droplets. Go fight Xemnas so Sora gets knocked out. And then you'll have Riku with the permanent affinity gain bonus until you beat the final boss and get Sora back, which will make it a lot faster to get the affinity up for all the spirits. Alright, so confirm that, no bonuses. Alright, so the power leveling method has not changed from the first playthrough. Just gotta wait for those commands to cool off. Now, the most important thing here is to make sure you have that EXP boost ability. It's in the chart where you can get it. Doubles the EXP you receive whenever your HP falls below 25%. So while we wait for our commands to cool off, let's go outside and let the enemies beat the shit out of us. Say we're in critical, so it shouldn't take long. Alright, so we're in the red, we're beeping. If you do have... Oh yeah, turn that off. You don't want to be pulling in prizes, HP prizes. You want to stay in critical. Alright, so treasure magnet off. I had EXP 0 on, so Sora and Riku didn't jump to 99 with any of the Dream Eaters when I was speed leveling them, shall we say. So make sure the EXP 0 is off if you did turn it on at any point. Turn off EXP Walker. Otherwise, that could interfere with the bonus from the EXP boost, I think. I could be wrong on that, but we're going to turn it off just in case. Everything else is fine. Alright, so this is not rocket science. Go out there and Mega Flare everything to death. So, level 47, we need 6,800 EXP to the next level. Go out. They should spawn almost instantly. Launch Mega Flare and then move away. Alright, so the problem is my level isn't even in the 50s yet. So it's not going to wipe them out in one shot. How did we only get 1,000 off that? Let me double check something real quick. Okay, it was 6,800, so I guess we got almost 2,000. So we'll say we're at 5,000 right now. Let me do it one more time to make sure that I am actually showing you guys the right way, because... Oh, you little shit, why did you do that? Alright, we're gonna get beaten up again. I feel like I second-guessed myself showing you guys this the first time around, and I ended up being right, so just let me make sure this time. So, take the beating. Alright, so let's look at this again. We're definitely in critical now. 57 of 252, we're definitely under 25%. Alright, so 5,000 EXP to the next level. Let's see what it says after another run. So again, we're still weak, so we'll probably have to use both Mega Flares to take out the group. That's fine, it is what it is. Okay, so we get like 1,800 points per cycle doing this. Obviously, as you get stronger, one Mega Flare will be enough to wipe out the group, so you can run out, Mega Flare, run back in, run out, Mega Flare, run back in, wait for your commands to recharge. I mean, it's power leveling, it's grindy, it's going to take a little while no matter what you do, but this is the fastest way that I know of to do this. Now, we turn that trainer on with the infinite EXP code, and we can really level up fast. Oh, would you look at that? We're level 99. How the hell did we level up that fast? I'm kidding. Like I said, I turned on the trainer code for infinite EXP, killed one enemy, and boom, level 99. Get my preferred party back here too while we're at it. That's better. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn my regular ability setup back on, because we're good here. Turn that back on, turn that back on, that doesn't even matter anymore. So, just to show you, and I want to say it's when you get to maybe the high level 50s or low level 60s. Once you go out here and use Mega Flare, the whole group's going down in one shot. Even on critical. Alright, so Sora is leveled up. So let's go ahead and let's go up here and hit the save point. And we will do the same with Riku. And I've already shown the proper methods, so... Oh, really? Sliding block, that actually is a command. Really? I don't think I have that listed as a command. Of course, that's the only way you can get it. Alright. I'll have to make a mental note. You know what? I'm gonna try something real quick. I'm gonna do one more little cheat here. Those sounds you're hearing are the whatever I did, it definitely worked. So I popped in a code for infinite drop points just to see if it would let me do this from the menu, because I do want to pick up this command now. So as a general rule of thumb, make sure you get like 100 drop points before you drop, because there are, I think, 3 commands in total that you can only get from the relay bonus. But that sliding block, got that. Oh yeah, the code definitely worked. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. So apparently, if you're using the code because you've done this fair and square before and you don't feel like doing it again for 3 or 4 hours of grinding, apparently if you have the code on when you switch to the other character, it immediately takes effect. Good to know. Now, again, I mean, if you're playing through the game the first time, do at least some of the grinding fair and square. Don't cheat your way through the whole game if it's your first time playing it, because it definitely takes away from the experience. I mean, again, even this game, I've already played it a couple times. I don't want to sit there and do the grinding again, because I want to get through this and get on to the next game. So, but I mean, don't, just like with all the other games, like when I've said I've used the trainers, if it's your first time playing through the game, play it fair and square, take the time to grind, get the whole experience out of the game. Then if you go to replay it, by all means, cheat right from the get-go and break the whole game. No, it's your business how you play your games, ultimately. Let's leave the area to get that to stop going off. Okay, so Sora and Riku are level 99. I am closing out the trainer completely because I no longer need it. Now, the only other thing I want to talk about in this episode, I know it's been a whole lot of talk and explanations and no action, but we've got World That Never Was, Julius, the special portals, secret portals. We got plenty of action coming up from here on out. So the last bit of yammering I'm going to do for this episode is the preferred command decks going into the end of the game. Now, just for a little bit of variety, because obviously for crowd control you can just use Mega Flare and just destroy everything. But with Riku, I have opted to go with Mega Flare, never filled this in after I got the other command slots, so for Riku's crowd control, I go Mega Flare, Balloon Ra, Curaga, Ice Barrage, Balloon Ra, Curaga. For Riku's boss deck, let's actually take a look at this and see what can be changed. So Dark Aura is definitely good. Dark Splicer is definitely good. And then I don't think this is quite how I had it set up last time, but I mean, this will work. So you know what, I'm actually going to put a Shadow Breaker up here. And then I will still throw a Balloon Ra in the boss deck just because it has the neat little homing feature. Alright, so this will be Riku's boss deck. There's a lot of stuff I forgot to do on this deck. All right. So I am missing one movement command for Riku, but we'll be getting that very early in the next episode. All right, so going into the world that never was, I am going to keep the crowd control deck equipped. Now, the other thing is, if you do everything I just did with the Dream Eaters, you should not have to buy any commands from the shop right now until we go to do our cleanup. Now, that being said, you want to have 4 Kiragas and 4 Balloon Ras for the end game, so, grab them now. You want to make sure to get, if you look at the Excel spreadsheet, there are certain commands where the cells have a gold background. Those are all commands I highly recommend for the end of the game. Some of them you can get from the Moogle shop, and it is indicated if it has to be Bargain Flurry, and that's the same thing. Keep dropping until you see one of the worlds has the Bargain Flurry forecast. Go to the shop and get what you need. Make sure you've got the money for it ahead of time. But our command deck with Riku is definitely set the way it is. Let's see if I did Sora's right. And that boss deck, I think, is fine the way it is. Sonic Blade, I mean, really, if I wanted to, I could do like 2 Ars Arcanum on here, but I do like to have a little bit of variety. Yeah, I think this will be fine. This will be fine. Make sure I got this set up right. Yeah, I have all of Sora's movement commands. What I do want to do is change this. Yeah, let's change that out. Alright, let's hop back over to Sora's crowd control deck. And let's switch that. And this deck is fine as is too. I like using Salvation and Faith for Sora's crowd control because it restores HP. And I mean, Sora is pretty much supposed to be like the poster boy for light at this point in the story. Whereas Riku, I gave him some more destructive looking commands because, as Riku's already stated, he is a walker of the dark path and he's finally come to terms with it. Okay, so again, everything that I have discussed in this episode is covered in the Excel spreadsheet that I made. The link to the Google Docs is in the video description. Just to recap, we went over the money farming review again. That's not in the spreadsheet. We did the mini games for the Dream Eaters. We did the Dream Eater disposition review. The complete chart of each Dream Eater and their dispositions is included in the Excel file. The affinity farming explanation we covered. We did a brief explanation of link attacks and link styles. Those are also covered in the Excel file. Nice and pretty and organized. We talked about the Stat Builder trophy. On the main tab of the Excel spreadsheet, all the in-game trophies are listed, and there is the note in there of what Dream Eaters were put in the party to get that Stat Builder trophy. We went over the power leveling again, and then I just sped through that nice and quick. And then once again, the commands that I think that for me personally are the best ones to walk into the ending battles with should all have the golden cell color on the Excel sheet. Again, I'm sorry this episode was probably a little boring for some of you, but I figured let's just get all of this talking and explanation and demonstration out of the way now. That way the rest of the episodes can basically be action up until we do our usual final 100% in-game review before we do the final boss and bring this one home. So I hope, even though there wasn't a whole lot of action going on, that everybody found this to be helpful and informative. Even if you've played the game before, maybe you still learned something new out of this, because the Dream Eater information that's on the internet is definitely spotty. So I hope that this helped somebody out just by having all the information in one place. Anyway, that's going to be it for this episode. As always, I thank you all for watching, and next time we will come back and head into the world that never was with our overpowered command deck and max level, and make Xemnas and Ansem's lives miserable again. Until then, my friends, may your heart be your guiding key.